First of all, what went through my mind is how stupid am I to actually volunteer for this? It was unbelievably painful.
All right. You want to see what Woolworths looked like? Woolworths looked like when it was here? Let me show you something. There used to be a building in that parking lot there. Wasn't that cool? Wasn't that cool? That's cool. Arc Store 4, right? Yeah, okay. Stash 4. Lethal Weapon 4. The gang's all here. Okay. The thing about this movie is it's really how not to make a Lethal Weapon movie. It was only 10 cents, and I thought, it's been so long since I saw this one, maybe I should give it another try. So for 10 cents, I bought it and I watched it, and I realized, no, nothing's changed for me. It's like, watch the first one, and then watch this one, and this one will show you how not to make a Lethal Weapon movie. There are so many people in this. Every character has to have their moments on the screen, from Murtaugh's kids to, Lorna, Rene Russo, to Joe Pesci, and then you're trying to throw in Chris Rock to make something funny and Jet Li to make something cool, and it's just too much. And the jokes in here, if you took out all the jokes from this movie would run pert near 20 minutes with the hardcore cool stuff that they do in the movie, and it's just not worth that. It's just not worth it. I mean, it's 2 hours. It's 2 hours and like 7 minutes. Boy, is this a long one. Look at that. I would suggest if you ever get the VHS, don't watch the movie. Just go to the very end and watch that the extras for 6 minutes. It's more worth your time, I'm telling you. This is just how not to write a movie, lousy jokes, piss poor action sequences. It's almost like a love letter to all the people that are in the movie, and not really a movie. The plot is barely even covered in this, and it's not good. It's not good. Sorry I spent so much time on this one, but it's just not good. I can't believe I thought maybe there was something about it I missed. The first three are good. This one is just... okay. Yikes. All right, now look at this. Cheech and Chong's next movie. Now, if you like Cheech and Chong, I mean, you don't even have to be a pothead to enjoy Cheech and Chong. These guys are just fucking awesome. And these movies, like many of theirs, it's not really a whole lot of story. Just almost skit-ish to the point, Cheech is just trying to get laid with Donna, come over here, Donna. He's trying to do that mostly, and then Chong goes off to meet his, cousin, friend, whatever the fuck, and then hilarity ensues. But you get Paul Reubens in here, I think they're Iranian, so this is the only movie that doesn't change its underwear. But yeah, it's fun to watch. Cheech and Chong. You gotta love Cheech and Chong. Okay, From Beyond. Yeah, humans are such easy prey. But if you like H.P. Lovecraft, I don't know if anybody really does. I know they watch some of the movies that are made from his stuff, but I don't know that really people ever read it, H.P. Lovecraft or not, but From Beyond is really interesting. It's really, I like it, gory. I like the stuff they do in here. And of course, Jeffrey Combs. And if you know Star Trek and you know these kind of movies and Reanimator and you know Jeffrey Combs and the 4400, anything Jeffrey Combs does, fucking awesome. But this is not for everyone, but for those people who like those old style horror, gore movies. Now I had to get this one. Doll Man. 13 inches with an attitude. Now, if you're a fan of Full Moon Entertainment, which I am big time, have been forever, Full Moon Entertainment. If you like, Demonic Toys or what was the vampire series? Subspecies. If you like that, or you like Puppet Master series with the dolls, with Blade and all those guys, which I love that. If you grew up watching if you grew up watching Full Moon movies, you know they're corny, you know they're cheesy, you know they're B movies, but that's what makes them fun. And they were the first one to stick on, they had the Video Zone, like Video Magazine, and it was kind of cool. And they did good for their time. And, of course, one of my favorite Full Moon was like Robot Jocks. God, they did good with that one. Cheese. Love Cheese. Oh, yeah, he's 13 inches tall. He comes from another space-time place, and he ends up on Earth, and he's got to put it to the bad guys. That's all right. All right, Deep Star 6. Not all aliens come from space. Yeah, and believe it or not, Sean S. Cunningham, who... it's coming out of the case, god damn it. Hang on a second. Ugh! There we go. Okay, Sean S. Cunningham, who did Friday the 13th, right there. He produced and directed this movie. So, and if you like, Nia Peoples in here. Yes, Nia Peoples, that's right. Miguel Ferrari, if you like RoboCop and him, he was such a war. It's fantastic. Greg Evigan from BJ and the Bear. This actually is not a bad horror monster flick. Yeah, we're cashing in on aliens, but didn't Sean S. Cunningham, when he was cashing in on Halloween when he made Friday the 13th? So, this didn't take off like that, but it's still an entertaining sci-fi underwater horror little flick. I don't know if you remember this one. Misa Chippapi, or something like that. Chickapi. This is actually funny because... great performances, and the reason I love this movie is not so much Jodie Foster or Liam Neeson. It's mostly because Miranda Richardson's in here, and I absolutely adore Miranda Richardson. And if you know, like, what happened to her, it's such a sad, tragic ending for her. But, her and Liam Neeson were married in, like, 84 or something like that. This was made in 1994. But I always thought she was such a great actress, and she was so beautiful. And then to have her taken from us, but any movie she does, I don't mind watching. Now, I'm not a big fan of Jodie Foster a lot, and I thought her performance in here was good, but sometimes the movie feels a little bit much, and some of their, like, going from one part of the movie to another doesn't really connect really well. Like, if she's out there in the woods by herself and she can't really speak. She's speaking, twin speak, and she can't really talk and get along with people, but they take her to the big city. Some of the jumps, like when they took her to the big city for the first time, it just felt like it was kind of rushed. There's moments in there that are rushed. There's this subplot with these guys who like want to see the naked wild girl, and you think something's going to happen there, and they're going to like attack her or something, and she's not going to understand why these guys are attacking her, kind of thing. And they just don't go anywhere with it too much, and you're like, okay, all right. But the funny thing about this one is, this was used to be rented at Safeway in Aztec. And it was probably the old Safeway. Y'all remember the old Safeway building in Aztec? Wish I had pictures of that place, because that was pretty cool. But yeah, Natasha Richardson and The Handmaid's Tale. It's a great movie. If you've never seen that one, I suggest you watch that one before you watch the new stuff. And then finally, check it. Studio classic. The original, the better Titanic with Clifton Webb, Barbara Stanwyck, and the irrepressible Audrey Dalton. That might be her back there, right there. That's Audrey Dalton right there. But anyways, this one was still in the wrapper. And you said, well, it might have been rewrapped for, you know, how some stores will rewrap stuff. But no. It's got the 20th Century Fox in the wrapper there. So it hasn't been opened yet, and it is pan and scan, but that's not a big deal. But it is a great movie. This one is a great movie. And no, I'm not going to leave it in the plastic to like sell it maybe later for more money. It's an original packaging. No, I'm not like that. I like to use the stuff I get. I like to watch it. I mean, you could probably make money off of it, but if you don't do it any other place besides eBay, if you try to do it like on Facebook or something, those people are jokes on Facebook. They're just chintzy, cheesy. They're misers. They want you to just hand them stuff on Facebook. I'm talking about the sell on Facebook, like those things. People are horrible. They're just greedy, cheap ass bastards. But back to the movie. This is such a great movie. Better than the Jack and Janet, Jack and what's her name one, Rose, Jack and Rose version. I love this. I love the black and white version better. It is a studio classic, and I'm so glad I found it for 10 friggin' cents. Yeah, it's so good, so good. So there you have it. I'm not even sure if I'll post this one. I just kind of wanted to go over that stuff. Anyways, just a video store, ARC store stash for kind of talk. All right, I'm headed out. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.
You always knew how to make me smile. Oh, ouch, kabibble.